Friends, this is Mayank and this is my first YouTube video. Today we're gonna learn how to integrate Firebase in our Xcode project. So let's start. Create a new project, single view application. Give a product a name like I will give it Firebase app. Select your theme, organization name, organization identifier should be com.application. The name you wanna give it to. Then language Swift. Device should be universal. Now next, create. So your Xcode project has been created. Now you need to go to firebase.google.com to integrate Firebase with your Xcode project. So let's go to Firebase. I have logged in with my account. So you need to log in into firebase.google.com with the account. Then you will come up to this page. Now you need to go to get started for free. Here you can create a new project. So yep, create new project, give it a name like fire application, sorry, select your country, and create project. Then it will ask you the bundle ID. Just wait for a bit. Yeah, your Firebase project has been created now, and you need to integrate it into your Xcode project. So add Firebase to your iOS app. Click on this. It will ask you your iOS bundle ID, which is your bundle identifier in Xcode project. So go to bundle identifier, just copy this, paste it here in Fire app. Give it a nickname like Firebase demo, add app. Now a file will be downloaded in your download. So Google service playlist.plist, just integrate this file or copy this file into your Xcode project. So I will go to Google services, and drag it here into my Xcode project. Copy items if needed and finish. Just delete the 19 from its name. It need to be Google services info.plist only, otherwise it will not work. So now we have dragged the Google service info plist in our project. Now go to Firebase, continue. Now it's saying create a pod file if you don't have one, so we need to create a pod file first. So to create a pod file, you need to go to back to your project, go to Fire app, a new project, and add a pod file in your project. New file, select the empty one. Next, the name should be pod file only. It will be easy for you to recognize this. So I've named it pod file. Create. A pod file has been created. Now in this pod file you need to add Firebase core. Your pod file, you need to add the pod Firebase core. So to add these pods and to write the pod file correctly, you need to go to CocoaPods first. So let's go to CocoaPods, cocoapods.org. Here we can add third-party libraries in our project. So go to get started. Just copy this. This is the basic format to write a pod file. So we will go back to this and just copy it over here. My iOS version is 10, so I will write it here. Now add target your app name first. Mine is Firebase app. Then the pod you need to add in it. So I will require the pod Firebase here. Next one, Firebase, you can say database, sorry. And just save it. Now you need to go to terminal, go to your file path, your project path, desktop slash Firebase app ls to check where we are now. So here is your pod file location. Now just write pod install to install the pods you have written in your pod file. So it will initiate the process to install the pods you have added in your pod file. So yep, it's done. Now go back to your project, Firebase project. Now you don't need to restart the fireapp.xcode project. Now a workspace has been created here. Now you will have to use this only. Here you have added your pods and this is your project. Now go back to Firebase and say continue. Now it will ask you to copy this fireapp.configure in your app delegate file and also import Firebase. We will come back to our project, app delegate.swift. I'll write import Firebase here, and in your did finish launching with options you will add fireapp.configure. Now you have done with your integration of Firebase in your Xcode project. Just tap finish. Now you are good to go. You have created your Firebase project and have integrated it into your Xcode